Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do everything which is called report speech. First of all, we're going to do a simple and quick definition. Report speech is when we tell someone what another person said, but without repeating their exact words. For example, if you didn't understand, I'm going to give you a simple example. For example, John said, I love pizza. John said to me, I love pizza. When I'm going to say or tell someone else what John said, I'm going to say, John said that he loves pizza. We delete the two gammas and we say, John said that he loves pizza, or John said he loves pizza. A second example, Maria said, I am going to school. In the report speech, when I'm going to tell someone what Maria said, I'm going to tell to that person, Maria said that she was going to school, or Maria said she was going to school. The same thing. So if you see something that when in the direct speech when John said I love pizza, the verb love is conjugated in the present simple. But when I'm going to tell the other person what John said, I'm going to conjugate the verb love into the past simple. I'm going to say John said that he loves pizza. The same thing in second example. When I'm going to say to someone what Maria said, I'm going to say Maria said that she was going to school because the verb go is conjugated in the present progressive or present continuous. And when I'm going to tell someone what Maria said, I'm going to conjugate that verb into the past continuous or the past progressive, and I'm going to say Maria said that she was going to school, which I'm going to see later. Common rule. When someone says to me, I am happy, and I'm going to tell another person what that person said, I'm going to say he said he was happy. In another example, when someone tells to me I will go, that I'm going to say this other person what this person said. I'm going to say she said she would go. We transform from will to would. It's the past. This is the common rule of the report speech. In the direct speech, someone tells to me I can't swim. As you see, it's the present simple. When I'm going to tell that person what the person said to me, I'm going to say they said they could swim. As you see, the verb can we transform into the past simple and we say could. Pronoun and time word changes. So all the words that we have in the direct speech, when we want to transform from direct to report speech, what will we do? We are going to transform to the past. For example, now the past of it is then. Today, the past of it is that day. Tomorrow, the past of it is the next day. Yesterday, the past of that word is the day before. Pronoun changes. That's the base of the report speech. Pronoun changes. We don't let that pronoun. We transform it. I becomes he or she. My becomes his or her. Let's see some different types of sentences. As you see, we have some type of sentences: affirmative, interrogative, yes or no, commands and requests. Let's take the affirmative sentences. In the direct speech, when a girl said to me that I like football, what are we going to do? First of all, she said I like football. As you see, we're going to transform the report speech, we're going to transform to she because she said, not he, not we, not they, not anyone else. It's she. So we're going to transform I to she. And the verb like in the direct speech is transformed to the present simple. In the report speech, what are we going to do? We're going to transform to the past simple and we're going to say She said she liked football, or she said that she liked football. That with that or without that, the same thing. Interrogative sentences. In that speech, someone said to me, he asked, where do you live? That person asked me where I live. What are we going to do? That we have you in the interrogative sentences. We have you. We're going to transform to I because that person is talking to me. So I'm going to another person. I'm going to say to him, he asked where I lived. As you see in your direct speech, the verb live is conjugated in the present simple. When I want to transform to report speech, I'm going to say that person what he said to me, what he asked to me, because it's past action. I'm going to say he asked where I lived. The yes or no questions. And in direct speech, when someone tells to me, did you go to school? And the report speech we're going to say, she asked if I had gone to school. You understand? Okay. Commands and requests. In direct speech, when someone tells me, open the door, it's a command. Yes, we know it's a command. When one transforms to report speech, what are we going to say? We are going to say, he told me to open the door. The timeline changes. In the direct speech, when we want to transform a sentence from the direct speech to the report speech, we are going to base on timeline changes because that's the base of the report speech. For example, if we have a sentence which a verb is conjugated to the present simple, when we want to transform it to the report speech, we are going to conjugate it in the past simple. Yes, past simple. Present continuous, we are going to transform to past continuous. Present perfect to past perfect. Present perfect continuous to the past perfect continuous. Past simple to the past perfect. Past continuous to the past perfect continuous. That's the timeline changes. Let's see some words when we're transformed. Will becomes would. Can becomes could. May becomes might. Must or have to transform it to a had to. Let's give you some interactive quiz to see if you understand or not. First one in the affirmative sentences. He said, I loved football. When we want to transform it to the report speech, what are we going to look? We have I. That we're going to transform it to he because he said that he loves football. He. And the verb love because it is conjugated to the present simple. When we want to transform it to report speech, what are we going to say? We are going to say he said that he loves football. The same thing here. She said we are studying English. We have two gammas. In the report speech, we're going to delete the two gammas and conjugate the verb studying into the past progressive. We're going to say she said that they were studying. Negative sentences the same thing, just the type of sentence that change. But we are going to base it on the same thing. The pronoun and the timeline changes. For example, he said I don't like coffee. Then we transform it to the report speech. What are we going to say? We are going to say he said that he didn't like coffee. He didn't like coffee. Sarah said we didn't watch the movie. In the report speech, we are going to say Sarah said that they didn't watch the movie. The final example, they say we can't attend to the party. In the report speech, we are going to say they said that they couldn't attend to the party. Part 3, yes or no questions. She asked, do you like chocolates? For example, me, I like chocolates. I'm going to tell another person what that person said to me. I'm going to say, she asked if I liked chocolate. The same thing on the two other examples. He asked, did you go to school? I'm going to respond to another person. I'm going to say, he asked, He's like gone to school. They ask, can we join the team? When we transform the report speech, we say, they ask, can they join the team? Part 4, the why questions, or what we call the 5W questions. He asks, where do you live? We are going to transform to the report speech and say, he asks, where I lived. In the past simple, remember always when we want to transform a sentence from the direct speech to the report speech, we say or we do the transformation of the verb from present to past. She asks, why are you crying? When we transform to report speech, we say, she asked why I was crying. Part 5, commands and requests. Mom said, close the window. When we want to transform it to the report speech, we say, Mom said that I should close the window because it's a command. The teacher said, don't talk in class. The teacher said that I didn't talk. I should not talk in class because commands and requests we cannot transform a verb from the present to past because it's a command or request. He said, please help me. He said I should help him. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that you master report speech. And goodbye.